Supply and demand are put together to determine equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. Sometimes you'll have demand schedules, sometimes you'll have supply schedules, other times we just ask that you draw them, but this is perfect where you have a demand schedule. And then supply and notice $3 at 30 and $3 at 30. That is equilibrium price and quantity. The equilibrium price is $3. The equilibrium quantity is 30. So when we're looking at all of our shifters and looking at all of our changes that we have, whether we have, here's our prices at $5, what happens? There is a surplus at $5, and the surplus is 50 minus like 10, so it would be 40. Or then we look at $2 price. There is a demand of 50 and then a supply of 20. So there is a shortage of 30. So we can actually calculate the shortages and the surpluses and the numbers. But we can also look at it after we shift the supply and demand curve, what happens to price and what happens to quantity. Equilibrium is equilibrium 1. And then we have demand curve number 1, supply curve number 1, and then we'll be shifting these. But this is drawing them together. This is prices are stable. Prices will not change anymore. If you're at equilibrium, they're not going to go below or higher unless some of those outside forces change. Sometimes, which it could, there could be a hurricane, there could be a natural disaster, resource prices, but things like this is the good point, and this is where you want to be. So this is where supply and demand are put together to get your equilibrium price and your equilibrium quantity.